Hey, how's all my nuggets doing?
By the way, this video is proudly sponsored by VEIKK. Today we'll be reviewing the VK640. I was actually really excited to hear when they actually decided to sponsor me, since one of the very first drawing tablets that I ever got were from VEIKK. So yeah, it's an honor. Anyway, let's dig into the unboxing part. Alrighty, so let's unbox this thing. The contents inside the box include an artist glove, and then we have the tablet itself, which, by the way, holds 6 customizable hotkeys, a 6x4 drawing area, a slim and sleek design. It's really light and portable, easy to set up too. You could connect it to your laptop if you'd like, or you could use it for mobile. So that's awesome. Also, the wire is pretty long, so you can lean pretty far away from your computer if you want to. And then over here, we have the pen itself. The pen here is really light and has just enough weight to feel comfortable. It also has 2 buttons that switch to eraser and undo, so that's cool. That's, well, for the tablet, so, it's for laptop and mobile. Alright. And then here we have a couple extra nibs. Also a pen holder, so that's pretty cool. It's used as a nib remover. It also holds 8 nibs inside exactly. I always wanted one of those. And then here we have many extra more nibs, and also a nib remover again. And then here we have a Type-C and D adapter, so you can connect it to your phone. We have the driver's manual, and then we have the instructions. So yeah, no need to get confused on how to set this up. It comes with very clear illustrations. Now, I'm going to do a very quick speed paint with this, just to show you guys and just tell you more of my opinions on it. Alright, so you can use this all for either school, business, interviews, and drawing. It's really good for anything. You could even just use it for, just browsing the internet or whatever. It's just for your digital comfort. So, yep, it's awesome. Alright, this is also great for beginners too. It's also pretty affordable and seems to have good quality. So I'm sure it'll last you a long time. Also, the artist glove, which is a tiny little too big for my hand, but I do not blame them because my hand is much smaller than average, so yeah, no hard feelings. Well, I tested out the hotkeys, and you would need to use a laptop in order for the hotkeys to work. Because, well, I didn't program the tablet yet because I can't download a driver on my cell phone. You need to do it on the PC. Alright, anyways, the sensitivity is really nice, and one thing that surprised me was that my phone was able to recognize it as a stylus. So I was able to adjust the sensitivity and settings if I was painting if I wanted to. Though I left it since the sensitivity is actually pretty great and is perfect for me. It was also really comfortable, and you don't need to hold your phone the way I did, but I did because it was just comfortable for me. So yeah, it's totally possible to make good art with this, and it's honestly much faster. Alright, it took me about a day to get used to since I'm not used to using drawing tablets, but hey, one day isn't bad at all. I'll be using the tablet for the whole video, so everything that you see on the screen from now on would be a product of the VK640. So that includes the little character in the corner, the background, just about everything. Now, let's move on to the rest.
It was also a really easy setup, and that glove was just a tad bit too big for my hands, but my hands are like a lot smaller than average, so I don't blame them. Alrighty, so we're just using the airbrush 20% brush. So all the colors that I'm using I displayed on the left side of the screen. And so what we're doing is we're just selecting colors from the background or using our eyes to pick up colors. Then on a separate layer that we set to normal, then to clipping, we're just brushing over the character. Since the background is multiple different shades, we're also making the character different shades since the background is a mix of blue, purples, and pinks. Since it's a city, there's light coming from everywhere, so yeah. Also, I don't claim any ownership of the backgrounds. I did find them on a free website, so yeah, this isn't illegal. Alright, setting it to multiply and then lowering the opacity until it seems like it matches the background. making a new layer, and we're going to set it to add. With a really bright pink, which is the color of the lighting in the background, I'm going to just airbrush it on. By the way, for the entire video, I'm using the VK640. Yeah, I'm not that good at saying brand names, but I mean model names, God. So the entire video, I'm using this tablet. It took me just a tiny bit while to get used to, but it was totally worth it. It's much more comfortable this way, and I could lean back with the pen. I mean, this pen is just, it's really light. I really love it. Alright, so just going along the character, making some very faint details. Also, since eyes are reflective, I usually put light in there. Alrighty, so I'm just making some random patterns in there. I didn't really have a reason for making a specific pattern, just making some patterns in there. And then erasing them so it's not on the hair and only on the eyes. The reason why we're only doing it on the eyes is because eyes are reflective, so they're reflecting their environments in the light. Then I'm using blur just to like soften it just a tiny little bit, lowering the opacity so it's not super like noticeable. You can always go back to adjust your settings. So we got the first one done. We're making a new layer. We're setting it to normal, multiply then. And we're using the airbrush, just selecting colors of the background. All the colors I displayed on the other side of the screen, as you can see, and did you guys notice the little character that I had there? My brother and sister said that they looked scary, which low-key hurt my feelings. But yeah, I made that character also using the tablet, so yeah, just showing you guys how comfortable I am and how much more effort I'm putting in. Since I got this tablet, I really wanted to go all out. So, just going around adjusting colors until it looks just right. Also, it's best not to have too many colors. If you could narrow it down to 3 or a max of 5, then that's good. You don't want to really complicate it too much, so yeah. Adjusting the opacity once again, making a new layer, and setting it to add. Then we're getting a nice mustard yellow orange kind of color. And tapping it right where the sun is, just so that we can have a little lighting. Some lighting basics, one of the main things that plays into lighting is also shading. So we make the match with the background and then we go over it with lighting. So yeah, don't get fooled that lighting is just purely about the light. It's also about like blending your character to the background and also shadowing. Right? Yeah, okay. I will admit that it took me about 1 day to get used to the tablet though, but I mean 1 day, that's not bad. And also, this isn't just for drawing, it can also be for work, or it could be for writing, it could be for school, it could be for anything, which really suits the environment now since, you know, we're all stuck inside and we just got the internet. So yeah, I'd recommend getting it to make your life a little easier. Do yourself a favor. So you can also use overlay. Use multiply, you can use overlay, and you could use add. One way to make your character match the background is by using overlay. You can poke around with the different settings. I usually don't use overlay, but a lot of other people do, so I'm going to be exploring it too. So since the light outside is bright, but not too bright, like it's pretty vivid, but not too saturated, so we're just going really light on things. You see, we're using the exact same brush, but I did increase the max thickness. So there's just a light blue and a nice warm yellow. Not much to it. So when you're matching your character with the color of the background or something, just try to find main colors. Like if there's 3 main colors, then okay. So for a sunset, it's usually yellows and stuff. Yellows, oranges, even some blues and purples and pinks. So yeah, find the main colors of your background and then just go over it. So, since this was basics, I hope it was easy to understand. My apologies if it isn't. Okie dokie. My goodness, it looks like we're at the end of the video. By the way, I won't be displaying fan art at the end of my videos anymore. I will in the future, but I put it to a halt since a lot of them are fan art submissions for the contest that I made. I'm going to be making a poll soon to see if I should continue it like this or not. And by the way, thank you again for sponsoring me. It's a huge honor. Please follow all the links in the description to find the shop that you prefer to buy your VK640 from. And if that tablet's not suited for you, they have tons of other products. And honestly, they're really affordable too, considering how awesome they are. Anyways, thank you all so much. Please, please, please support them because, like, it helps me when you help them because I got sponsored. So yeah, help me out here, wink wink. Alright, bye bye.